today. From Metlife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Zach Wilson and the New York Jets taking on Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers.
It's a picturesque afternoon for football in the Northeast, and EA Sports comes to you from Metlife Stadium just across the Hudson River from New York City. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Los Angeles Chargers and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, Zach Wilson.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Now Wilson. That is caught. It's Uzomah. Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Play action. Now Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson will throw again. He's got the connection to Moore. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's on the guard, Laken Tomlinson. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. The numbers for him from a week ago. 18 carries, 106 yardage-wise, and the score as well.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He's got room past the 30 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The Chargers sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Herbert. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Wilson. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Wilson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. C.J. Uzomah. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Herbert now. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On first down, Justin Herbert. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On second down, Eckler. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. Being chased out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. John Franklin Myers able to record his 5th sack of the season. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Straight ahead is Hall. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
You talk about closing in a hurry as a safety and run support. Not only did he get a good run in, he gave him a pretty good pop too and finished off the play behind the line of scrimmage.
Hall again on 2nd down. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. Here's Herbert. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Throw complete to Bell. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left. So we've hit halftime here at message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And able to get this out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And this is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKinney. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Now it's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's got this down to the 35. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Up the middle with Eckler. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert is caught out left by Bell. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. It's Eckler again. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On first down, right back to Hall. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Here's Wilson to throw. There's a short one caught by Uzomah. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 19. Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall from 10 yards out. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Finding space at the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And that is caught downfield by Beckham. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Play action. It's Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Herbert off of play action. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 17-14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Finding Moore on the out route for the completion. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first. Back to throw. Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. Six yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Wilson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. There's a short one caught by Uzama, and he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Now Wilson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Wilson to throw. And check down, complete to Hall. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Wilson. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Here's Wilson. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
They're probably about one big play from getting into field goal range. I'd go with a 2-deep coverage, make sure my safeties are back to cover all of the field deep.
Now Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And got his man complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And this, not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer Tim Caron said, leave your watches